I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to what we feel has been kind of the broadening journey of what management consultants need to know and what they do. It really originated with operations research consulting in the kind of 30s, 40s, and 50s. Arthur D. Little, I think, is recognized as the first traditional management consulting firm. It had moved from technology consulting to try to help people manage their operations more effectively. It then moved into strategy consulting, marketing consulting, information management consulting. It now covers a very wide spectrum, and consequently there have been a wide variety of techniques that have developed over time that are very useful in addressing the problems that leaders and managers face. So what we have tried to do through the Management Consulting Institute is to begin to standardize that information so it's accessible to people who want to make a career in management consulting. So we have put together a board of people who have come out of different consulting backgrounds and different consulting firms to make sure that we could assemble the best practices in management consulting tools and approaches, and we have begun to assemble those into what we call a management consulting book of knowledge, which assembles many of these techniques, starting with the most basic techniques of problem statement and problem solving, which we have bundled together in what we call structured thinking, which is one of the main platform foundation elements that management consultants need to learn. It's both how to define the problem, how to think about potential solutions to the problem, how to explore different options and issues that may surround that problem. But it is a structured thinking methodology that is reasonably common to all types of management consulting and a critical foundation to success in management consulting. So that's one element of the book of knowledge and one element of the certification process that we've developed for people who want to build a career in management consulting and build their profession around that. Another major piece of management consulting has to do with the research and background work that gives you a much better understanding of the scope and boundaries of what you're trying to do for your organization or for your client. So the second set of tools and techniques that we've developed is really around the consulting process, the kinds of research one does, the kind of testing one does, the kinds of simulations one does to test hypotheses, to test solutions to whatever challenge that might be. And some of those are management challenges and some of them are leadership challenges and decisions that need to take place. But again, the standard tools and techniques of building that understanding, substantiating hypotheses is the second part of the toolkit, essentially, that we believe is essential to success in management consulting. The third component that the Management Consulting Institute is focused on really has to do with ethics and behavior of management consultants, which is really critical. It's a relationship kind of profession. You have to build the trust between you and either the rest of your organization or a client organization, and between you and members of the team who you are working with to come up with a solution to whatever the problem is. So how you behave, how your team behaves, how you bring everybody together around a solution, how you separate kind of objective facts from hypotheses and speculation, how you prove those out in a professional way, because one is always dealing with a reasonable level of uncertainty and ambiguity, so that it's not all fact-based, but you have to find a way to introduce enough facts, enough testing and experimentation into it, that leaders can make decisions and managers can decide how to manage different activities and initiatives going forward. So the management book of knowledge is kind of organized around those three large bodies of knowledge and tool sets that enable you to grasp the full kind of content that you need in those three areas. So it is kind of structured thinking, as I said, it is research on the context and understanding of that, and it is professional behavior. All of this has led to the development by the Institute of a series of certifications and testing protocols. And so the Institute you can work through levels of certification that can help you advance in the profession. And there are materials not only in the Management Consulting Book of Knowledge, but in other exercises and tools that enable you to develop the skills you need to be a successful management consultant at different levels. So the levels of certification are, the first level is analyst. And analyst doesn't mean just research techniques, but it means also being able to actually state the problem in a structured way and to behave professionally. So it still covers all three parts of the fundamental skills. It does it at an analyst level initially, then as more of a, what we would call a consultant level. So the second level of certification is the consultant level, and then the manager level and the leadership level. So that's kind of an overview of the Management Consulting Institute and what we're trying to do to bring these materials together to make them accessible to anybody who wants to become a more accomplished management consultant, either as a person working within an organization in their internal consulting division, or a person who wants to or is working with a consulting firm.